ॐ शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्ते पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने सदैकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्म संसारबन्धनात् विमुच्यते। नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे। ॐ नमो विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे। The Dhyana Shlokas. क्षीरोदन्वत्प्रदेशे शुचिमणिविलसत्सैकते मौक्तिकानां मालाक्लिप्तासनस्तस्फटिकमणिनिभैर्मौक्तिकैर्मण्डिताङ्गः शुभ्रैरभ्रैरदभ्रैरुपरि विरचितैर्मुक्तपीयूषवर्षैः आनन्दीनः पुनीया दरिनलिनगदा शङ्खपाणिर्मुकुन्दः भूः पादौ यस्य नाभिर्वियदसुरनिलश्चन्द्रसूर्यौच्चनेत्रे कर्णावाशा शिरोध्यौर्मुखमपि दहनो यस्य वास्तेयमब्धिः अन्तस्थं यस्य विश्वं सुरनरखगो भोगिगन्धर्वदैत्यैः चित्रं रम्यते तं त्रिभुवनवपुषं विष्णुमीशं नमामि। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं मेघश्यामं पीतकौशेयवासं श्रीवत्साङ्गं कौस्तुभोद्भासिताङ्गं पुण्योपेतं पुण्डरीकायताक्षं विष्णुं वन्दे सर्वलोकैकनाथं सशङ्खचक्रं सकिरीटकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहेक्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम् छायायां पारिजातस्य हेमसिंहासनोपरि आसीनमम्बुदश्याममायताक्षमलङ्कृतम् चन्द्राननं चतुर्बाहुं श्रीवत्साङ्कितवक्षसं रुक्मिणी सत्यभामाभ्यां सहितं कृष्णमाश्रये। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So continuing with the namas in the Vishnu Sahasranama, let us move on to the 64th shloka. अनिवर्ति निवृत्तात्मा संक्षेप्ताक्षेमकृच्छिवः श्रीवत्सवक्षा श्रीवास श्रीपति श्रीमतांबरः अनिवर्ति निवृत्तात्मा संक्षेप्ताक्षेमकृच्छिवः श्रीवत्सवक्षा श्रीवास श्रीपति श्रीमतांबरः. In this shloka we have the 9 namas: Anivarti, Nivrittatma, Sankshipta, Kshemakrit and Shivaha. That Shivaha, that is where we complete the 600 namas. Shivaha. Srivatsavakshaha, Srivasaha, Sripatihi, Srimatam, Varaha. These are the 9 namas. The first one is Ani Varti. See, most of the words, when we have an we know that it will negate what is following. Na nivartate iti ani varti. So the one who never turns away, never retreats. So Bhagavan is praised as the one who stays ground, who faces the battles. Daivasura sangramat na nivartate, the one who does not turn back. And we know this for a fact from the Avatara stories. Yeah? So, another meaning Acharya Shankaracharya gives is the one who is an embodiment of Dharma. So, Dharma api na nivartate, the one who never turns away or deviates from Dharma is Anivarti. Then the next nama was Nivrittatma. Nivritta Atma Yasya Saha, the one who has turned away. Just the opposite, the one who has turned away. Turned away from what now? Turned away from the life of prayers, sense indulgence. No, the one who is perfectly mastered and who is the Asanga Atma. Asanga Atma means there is no craving, no dependence on Anatma. Nivritta Atma Yasya Saha. Withdrawn. No? Withdrawn means abiding as the Atma Tattvam. Nivrittatma. Okay? Then Sankshepta. Sangshepa means brief and compact. So Sankshepta is referring to the one who is the cosmic compressor, cosmic compactor. No? So referring to Bhagavan in his role of the Layakarta. Now how at Pralaya Kala Bhagavan withdraws the entire Srishti without losing any details into the most Sankshipta, compacted state of the subtle unmanifest Karana Avastha. Now, where the Jagat is again potentially present. So, Sankshipta is referring to the one who withdraws the Jagat into the Karana Avastha. So, just like the tree goes back to the seed and the entire details of the tree is still present in the seed as the software and it will return again. So, Bhagavan is praised as the Sankshepta. Then Kshemakrit. Notice the Sandhi there. Kshemakrit Shivaha follows. So, Kshemakrit Shivaha. So, Kshemam, what is Kshema? We have come across it in the Gita also. Ananyas chintayanto mam yejana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yoga kshemam vahamyaham. So, the wonderful promise of Bhagavan given that I will take care of the yoga and the kshema. What is yoga? Apraptasya praptihi. What is not acquired by me, but that which Can you hear me now? Hmm? So we were seeing the Nama Kshema Krit. So what is yoga referred to in the Gita? That Bhagavan is making a promise, apraptasya praptihi. That which the jiva needs is yoga. And once acquired, and tasya rakshanam, its protection is kshema. So here in this Nama, kshema krit, Bhagavan is assuring that I will protect what is acquired by the devotees. No? In fact, if you remember in the Gita, Bhagavan assures that for the Nishkama Bhaktas, Bhagavan takes care of the yoga also, yoga and Kshemam. Whereas for the Sakama Bhaktas, they have to strive for yoga, strive for their Arthakama goals. Yeah? But here it is, Bhagavan protects what has been acquired. In the sense that whether the Jagat is in a Vyakta stage or Avyakta stage, you see, at every stage there is a nourishment, there is an order, there is a protection. And that is being praised here as Kshema Krit. Then we come to the 600th Nama, which is Shivaha. And Shivaha is Satyam Shivam Sundaram. The pure, the one that is the pure and auspicious Shiva. Sometimes we repeat to ourselves, Shiva Shiva, Shiva Shiva, Shiva Shiva, because Smriti Matrena, the one who just by remembering the Nama purifies us. Yeah. So when we can let go of our conflicts and our situations and bring in more Ishvara by remembering the Nama, remembering the glory, then the Ahankara takes the back seat. And that is the role of Shivaha. Shivaha occupies our hearts. So here Shivaha refers to the auspicious one who purifies us. That is the purpose of the whole Parayanam, in fact. Any Parayanam is, about purifying the Sukshma Shariram. Then we have Sri Vatsa Vakshaha. Sri Vatsa Vakshaha, Vakshasthalam is the chest. So Bhagavan is praised as the one who has the Sri Vatsa Chinha, that mark on the chest, referring to Mahavishnu. Now, after this, if you have noticed, we are going to see a number of namas centered on Shri. Shri Vatsavaksha, Shri Vasa, Shripati, Shri Matambaraha. And the next verse, 65, is all starting with Shri. Yeah. And we know Shri, the Rudhi Artha. Rudhi means the popular meaning of Shri is what? Mahalakshmi. And Mahalakshmi signifies wealth. Yeah? What kind of wealth? Any kind of wealth, all our possessions. So that is why we worship her as Ashtalakshmi, Griha Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi, Dhana Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, Vijaya Lakshmi, Moksha Lakshmi, Dhairya Lakshmi. So this is the wealth. And then a deeper meaning in the Gita and the Upanishads is given as Daivi Sampat or Shakta Sampattihi. In the Sadhana Chatushtayam, we see the wealth of the values and attitudes is also Shri, Daivi Sampat. And we have come across the Nama Bhagavan. Bhagaha Asya Asti Iti Bhagavan. So Bhagaha is also the sixfold wealth that Bhagavan has in absolute measure. We saw that. No? And here we see that, here the Vedanta perspective, what is Shri? Shri is the one that is ever united with Bhagavan. Why? Because Shri is the Mahamaya. Shri is the Parashakti without which Bhagavan cannot do anything. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum Nache Devam Devo Nakalu Kushalam Svanditumapi. The very first verse of Saundarya Lahari, where Shankaracharya says, even Spandanam is not possible without the glory of Shakti. Yeah? What to speak about Jagat Srishti, its Sthiti, its Laya. So that is the glory of Shri that we're going to see in the following 11 or 12 namas. So the next nama here was Shri Vasaha. Vasaha is the abode. Yeah. So Vasa, the abode of Shri. That is, Shakti is ever united with Shiva, and this is the abode. Then Shri Patihi. Shri Patihi, you are the consort of Shri. And we saw this in the Puranas, in the Bhagavata Purana, where Mahalakshmi emerges as one of the 14 jewels from the Samudra Madanam. And all the devatas are there, but she chose Mahavishnu as her consort. So, Shri Patihi. Then we have Srimadam Varaha. Varaha means Shreshtaha, the best. Srimatam, Shashti, Bahuvachanam, Srimatam means those who are endowed with Shri. And here, Acharya Shankaracharya takes the meaning of Shri as the one who is endowed with the wealth of the Vedic wisdom. Rig, Yajur, Sama, Atharvana, Vedas, the one who has this knowledge is a Shriman. And Srimatam Vara is you. Sarvaihi Vedaihi Ahameva Vedyaha. The Gita says Bhagavan is even beyond those people who are knowledgeable in the Vedas. Why? Because Bhagavan is the author of the Vedas. Bhagavan is Vedyaha, topic of the Vedas, and to be pursued. And hence Srimatam Varaha. Yeah. Now let's go on to the 65th shloka. After we chant this one time. Anivarti nivrittatma sanksheptakshema kritshivah Srivatsavaksha Srivasa Sripati Srimatam Varaha. 65th. Shridhar Shrisha Srinivasa Srinidhi Srivibhavanaha Shridhara Shrikara Shreya Shriman Lokatrayashrayah. Very popular names as surnames, as first names also. So all of them except the last one is beginning with Shri. Shridaha, Shrishaha, Srinivasaha, Srinidhihi, Shri Vibhavanaha, Sridharaha, Shrikaraha, Shreyaha, Shriman, Lokatraya, Shreyaha. So we have to only notice the second word or the last syllable, and there will be some nuance of meaning. That's all. Yeah, but all of them are centered on Shri. So the first one is Shridaha. So Shridaha means the one who Shriyaha Dadati, the one who blesses with the wealth. What kind of wealth? The wealth that we possess today, what we are, what we have, our thoughts, everything is the glory of Bhagavan. So that is the Daivi Sampat, the wealth. Then we have Shri Shaha. And if you split the Dirgha Sandhi there, Shri and Ishaha, you are the Lord of Shri. So the same meaning as Shri Patihi. Yeah? Shriyaha Ishaha, the Lord of Mahalakshmi, or a deeper meaning is the Lord of all the wealth that one possesses. Whether it is a skill or a resource, some beauty, some skill, some qualification, it is the glory and belonging to the Lord. So he is Shri Shaha. Then Shri Nivasaha, similar meaning as Shri Vasaha. Nivasa is also abode or residence of Shri. Now, when it is said, Shri is the abode, it means that they are ever united. Yeah, there is just like heat and fire, flower and fragrance, Shiva and Shakti, or Narayana and Mahalakshmi are ever united. That is the meaning here. Shri Nivasaha. Then Shri Nidhihi. Nidhihi means treasure. So you, Bhagavan, you are the treasure or the repository of all the glories and the vibhutis of the world. Shri Dharaha. Sridhara is again the one who dharati or dhareti Shri, the one who holds or possesses Shri, Sridhara. Then we have Shri Karaha. Shri Karaha, is it Shri Karaha? Yes. That is Shriyaha Karoti iti Shri Karaha. The one who brings about Shri, makes the Shriyaha happen for devotees. Shriyaha Karoti. Then we have Shreya. Now, Shreya is a very beautiful word, Sakaranta Shabda, Shreyas. Yeah? Now, we are going to see that in the Kathopanishad on Sunday, in the Upadesha given by Lord Yama to Nachiketa. He says, Shreyascha Preyascha Marga Staha. That there are these two margas, Preyo Marga and Shreyo Marga. Preyo Marga is the path of indulgence, pleasant path, attractive, with immediate gratification, and Shreyas is the good path of discipline, path of renunciation, which leads to moksha. So Shreyas leads to actually Nishreyas. Nishreyas means Nishchitam Shreyas. The Shreyas or that freedom that is abiding, and that is referring to the Swarupananda. In fact, this is what Arjuna is asking for in chapter 2. When he is so depressed, what does Arjuna say? Karpanya dosho pahata svabhavaha prichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yat shreyasyat nishchitam bruhi tanme bruhi shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam in the Drishtapita. So what is Shreyas, Bhagavan? You tell me that now. Yeah, that is what I want and I surrender. So Shreyas here is a very important word and standing for moksha. Then we have Shriman, a very popular word. Men are addressed as Shriman, similar to Bhagavan. What is the difference? Suffix. One is Matuk Pratyaya, one is Vatuk Pratyaya. But meaning is the same. Shrihi asya asti iti Shriman, Bhagaha asya asti iti Bhagavan. So the one who has Shri, Shriman. Yeah? And it's interesting, in our culture, Shri is given so much importance. Always the feminine Shakti will be given preference. Gauri Shankara, Sita Rama, Lakshmi Narayana, and Shri Patihi, Madhavaha. So that is the Shakti is always given, precedence. Then we have the last word here, Lokatrayashrayaha. Lokatrayashrayaha, Lokatraya is the three worlds, or this entire Brahmanda. You are the Ashrayaha. You are the Adhisthana, support and basis for the entire Jagat or Lokatraya. So that is this 65th verse here. Shridha Shrisha Srinivasa Srinidhi Shri Vibhavanaha Sridhara Shrikara Shreya Shrima Lokatraya Shreyaha. Okay, I missed one word, Lakshmi? When I see a hand raised, then I think what can be the reason? Either audio is not working or I missed a word. Shri Vibhavanaha. Thank you for raising your hand. So, Vibhavanaha means Vibhavayati. Vibhavayati means making it happen. So, Lord, you are the one who makes the Shriyaha, the auspicious things happen in my life. Okay. Shri Vibhavanaha. Yeah. Bhavayati iti Bhavanaha. Yeah. And V stands for Vividha Prakarena. So with various kinds of wealth and treasures you are bestowing, making it happen for us. So you are Shri Vibhavanaha. Okay. Let's move on to 60. Sakshasangashyatanando Nandir Jyotirganishwaraha Vijitatma Vidheyatma Satkirtischinna Samshayaha Svakshasvangashatanando Nandirjyotirganeshwaraha Vijitatma Vidheyatma Satkirtischinna Samshayaha. Here the namas are again 9. Svakshaha, Svangaha, Shatanandaha, Nandihi, Jyotirganeshwaraha, Vijitatma, Avidheyatma, Satkirtihi, and Chinna Samshayaha. Okay, so Svakshaha. No? Now, Svakshaha, when we break the sandhis, is Su Akshaha. Su, by now is Shobhanam. Very nice, beautiful. And Aksha is eyes. So, we have seen various namas of Bhagavan where the limbs are praised beautifully, lotus-eyed Bhagavan. So, that is the Rudhi meaning here, the popular meaning of the one with beautiful lotus-petaled eyes. Svaksha. Then another meaning Acharya gives is Aksha refers to also a sense organ. The Jnanendriyani and the Prana. Now, we see that for a jiva, because we are endowed with an upadhi, body, mind, sense complex, our akshas, akshas will always be limited. Like I can see all of you, but I cannot see what is behind my back. Yeah, I cannot see far into the past, or I cannot see at all into the future. So limitation will be there because of the upadhi. But Bhagavan is Svakshaha, is the perception is never limited spiritually or time-wise or object-wise, because Bhagavan is Sarvatnyaha. So Svakshaha refers to, the perception is limitless, the all-knowing nature. Then we have Sangaha. Sangaha has come before as Shubhangaha. Shubha, Shubhani, Angani Yasya Saha, the one who has beautiful, auspicious limbs. Same meaning here, Svangaha. Again, these namas are meant for us to do a dhyanam. Before we can enter into Vedantic contemplation, then we need an image. And so we have the beautiful image of a Devi or Mahavishnu or Krishna or Shiva as, with the auspicious, beautiful limbs. Then we have Shatanandaha. Shatam, is 100. And Ananda is happiness. Yeah? So, Bhagavan is praised here as the source of hundreds of kinds of happiness. Yeah, degrees of happiness. Really, Bhagavan is who? The Paramananda, Swarupananda. Swarupananda is limitless. But we are experiencing through the mind what? Degrees of happiness. Priya, Moda, Pramoda. For example, somebody is experiencing disco Ananda, somebody ice cream Ananda, Shravana Ananda, Netflix Ananda, Rasgulla Ananda. So all these various Ananda, how it is possible? It is possible only because you are the source of all the Ananda. Yeah? And the Jnanis are the ones who are enjoying the Purnananda as their Atma Swarupa. So here, that is the Shatanandaha. Then Nandihi. Nandihi here is the Anandi we saw today in the Dhyana Shloka also. Nandihi means the embodiment of Nanda, Ananda. Paramananda Vigraha is Nandihi. Then Jyotir Ganeshwaraha. Jyoti, is light. Jyoti Gana are the groups of lights. Groups of lights means there are so many luminaries in the Jagat. External luminaries are there. Sun, the moon, fire, lightning, fireflies. Then there are internal jyotis, the Sukshma Devatas, sense organs, the mind. They are also jyotis. And then finally, Jyotisham Jyotihi, the light of all lights. So here, Bhagavan is praised as the Ishvara of all the jyotis. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. That is, you are the one who is lighting up all the sources of light. Na tatra suryo bhati, na chandratarakam, nema vidyato bhati, kuto yamagnihi, tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam, tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Gita, no? That is, you are the self-effulgent light. You are lending or revealing everything else. So everything else is borrowing the sentience from you. So you are Jyotir Ganeshwara. Then we have Vijita Atma. Vijita Atma Yena Saha. Vijita means mastered, and Atma here is nature. So Bhagavan is praised as the one who is mastered. Perfect mastery is there. And here, obviously, it is a Saguna Nama. No, you see, in the lives of the great acharyas or avatars, there is a perfect mastery over the senses. So this is similar in meaning to Rishikeshaha, Rishikanam Ishaha, no? Or the one whose nature, senses, everything is perfectly mastered, Vijitatma. Then Avidheyatma. Avidheyatma means the one whose nature is avidheya. Now, let us understand avidheya first. Avidheya comes from, vidhi. Vidhi means do's, right? So we know the Vedas have lot of vidhi nisheda, do's and don'ts, no? Atma va are drashtabhyaha mantavyaha nididhyasitavyaha. You must choose to know the Atma, you must do your japa, your spiritual routines. Then there is Nishedha. Nishedha means don'ts. Don't indulge the senses, don't, drink alcohol, don't tell lies, don't do adharma. So this is called Vidhi Nishedha, do's and don'ts or yamas and yamas. But Atma, Bhagavan, is avidheya. Bhagavan does not need to be commanded by anybody. You do this, you don't do that. Because Bhagavan is the author of all the Vedas. And Bhagavan is, just now we saw Vijitatma, perfectly mastered. So, one who is mastered, why would the person need any Vidhi Nisheda? So that is why even the Jnani, the Jnani who has gained self-knowledge is as good as Ishvara. And so these do's and don'ts don't apply to a Jnani also. He's free from any of the stipulations. Yeah, so they have gone beyond the Shabda Pramana in a way. Yeah. So the Shabda Pramana or the Vedic guidance is needed for us for going along the Shreyo Margaha, and practicing discipline and mastery of the senses and so on. But Bhagavan is praised as Avidheyatma. Yeah. Then we have Sat Kirtihi. Kirtihi, is fame, yashas. And we know Bhagavan, one of the Bhagaha is yashas in absolute measure. So Sat Kirtihi is whose fame is never ending, ever shining. Now you take any jiva, any mortal jiva, however famous they are, famous scientists, famous historians, famous actors, their fame fades with time, and becomes just a memory. But not you. You, Bhagavan, you are Sat Kirtihi. Your Kirtihi is Satyam. In all the three periods of time, it is never, never fading. Yeah? Sat Kirtihi. Then we have Chinna Samshayaha, the last word, no? Yeah. Chinna Samshayaha. Chinna means cut, destroyed. Samshaya is doubt. So this is a samasa. Yasya samshayaha chinnaha, whose doubts have all been cut. So the one who is free from doubts. And who is that? Bhagavan or the Jnani. We had a mantra in the Mundaka Upanishad which went like this: Bhityate Hridaya Grantihi Chityante Sarva Samshayaha. The Jnani who has gained the knowledge, now all the knots of the ignorance are Bhityate, cut, and all the doubts are Chityante, removed because of the knowledge. So here Bhagavan is praised as Chinna Samshayaha, who has absolutely no doubts because he is Sarvajnaha. And also Bhagavan is not dependent emotionally on anything. Yeah? Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina, then nachaham teshu aham. So Bhagavan says that the whole world, Jagat, is dependent on me, but I am not in them. I independently exist. That is the asangatvam. So when there is emotional independence, then there will be no samshayas, no expectations. That is what is meant here. Chinna samshayaha. Let's review the namas again here. Swakshasvangashatanando nandirjyotirganishwaraha vijitatma vidhegatma satkirtischinna samshayaha. 66. 7th. Udirna sarvataschakshuranisha shashvatasthiraha. Udirna sarvataschakshuranisha shashvatasthiraha. Bhushayo bhushano bhutir vishokashokanaashanaha. Bhushayo bhushano bhutir vishokashokanaashanaha. Again 9 namas. Udina sarvataha chakshuhu, sarvatash chakshuhu, anishaha shashvatasthiraha, bhushayaha bhushanaha, bhutihi vishokaha shokanashanaha. Simple namas here. Let's take the first one. Udirnaha. Udirnaha means the one who stands out as the tallest, as the greatest, as the most exalted. So any excellence we see in the world, Bhagavan praises that. I am the Ganga of the rivers, I am among the rishis, I am Prabhu, I am the Himalayas of the mountains. No? So that is the Bhagavan's nature is the most exalted. That's why we have the great kings, of the south. They built these gopurams so high, so that when we look at it, we can dwell upon Bhagavan, who is the mightiest and the tallest and the greatest. Yeah, that is the simple nama here, dwelling on the excellence. Udirnaha. Then Sarvatash Chakshuhu. Easy nama. Sarvataha means all around, and Chakshuhu is eyes. So Sarvatash Chakshuhu means Sarvam Pashyati, the one who has an all-round vision or perception. And in the Gita, chapter 13, we have seen that Sarvapani Padam. So the one who sees through all the eyes, who hears through all the ears, who walks through all the feet, that is you, Bhagavan. So that is, Bhagavan is never spatially limited. Yeah, whereas my eyes can only see a certain range, my ear can only hear a certain range of sounds, other animals can hear more than us. But Bhagavan is Sarvataha Chakshuhu. That is, the perception is never limited in any way, spatially, time-wise or object-wise. Then we have Anishaha. Anishaha means Na Ishaha Yasya. Na Ishaha Yasya means Bhagavan is Isha. We have already seen that. No, Shri Shaha we just saw. Isha of Shri. Yeah. But Bhagavan does not have an Isha. Yeah. So we have seen that as the Jagat has a Karanam. That is Jagat Karanam Ishvara. But then if you ask who created Ishvara, what is the answer? Wrong question. Because Ishvara was never created. No, Ishvara is the easeness, the Adhisthana, Ajo Nitya Shashvatoyam Puranaha. That which has no parents, it has no cause, neither is it an effect. So, Anishaha. Yeah? And so, Bhagwan does not have another boss, somebody to report to who will command. No, because you are the ultimate authority. You are the absolute one in command. So, there is only one Ishvara. In the Shankara Bhashyam, they will discuss, what if there is a second Ishvara? Then the answer is, one Ishvara will limit the other. Then the other Ishvara cannot be the greatest because there is another Ishvara. This is called the Tarka, logic. So there can be only one Ishvara, and that is you, Anishaha. Then we have Shashvata Sthiraha. Shashvata, is Shvaha Tishtati. That which will remain in the same form tomorrow. Yeah? Unlike Ashwatha Vrikshaha. So, that which not only tomorrow, which was in the same form yesterday and in the bygone past. Hyaha, Adya, Shvaha, Yahatishtati is Shashvata. That is, you were, you are, and you will continue always. Referring to the Nitya Vastu, Atma, Brahma. Then Sthiraha means that which is avyayam, does not change, which means not subject to time. If something is not born, how can it be subject to time? So Shashvata Sthiraha has, clubbed these two lakshanas in one. Like the anvil, Putavat. Putavat means the anvil does not change, which the iron or blacksmith uses, but it supports change. Yeah. So you see, the Anatma, Jagat, and everything is constantly changing. But the Adhara, Adhisthana, that is you are Shashvata, you are Sthira. You don't change. Yeah. And in fact, change can only be appreciated in the background of changeless something. Yeah. Unless we have a changeless screen, how can we appreciate a movie? The movie that is projected on the screen, helps us to enjoy the projected scenes on the screen. So, Shashvata Sthiraha. Then we have Bhushayaha. In Bhushayaha, Shayaha is the one who Shayanam Karoti, one who rests or reclines. And Bhagavan is praised as the one who reclines where? Bhumau. Bhu stands for Bhumi. The one who sleeps or rests on the earth. And so again here the popular meaning is referring to Sri Rama Avatara, for example. On the way to Sri Lanka in search of Sita Devi, Bhagavan was just, lying down on the ground, on the kusha grass bed prepared by Lakshmana. So that is one meaning of Bhushayaha here. Yeah? And the other meaning we saw in the Dhyana Shloka, Bhupadau Yasya Nabhihi. That the Virat Purush, the cosmic being, has the feet as the earth. So the feet are as though planted or resting on the bhumi. That also is another meaning of Bhushayaha. Then we have Bhushanaha. We saw in the Dhyana Shloka today, Sarasiru Hekshanam Sakundala. How Bhagavan is, meditated upon as having kundalam and kaustubam and pitavastram and adorned. But this nama, Bhushanaha, is the one who adorns everything else, the whole universe. And how does Bhagavan do that? See, look at the flowers, the gulmohars behind me, and then the jasmines, then the green foliage, the deep sea green waters of the ocean, the twinkling stars in the night sky, the blue sky. So all this color and the variety are like sparkling gems or ornaments. And you are Bhushayati. You do the adorning. So you are Bhushanaha, the one who adorns. Then we have Bhutihi. Bhutihi is just short for Vibhutihi. V stands for Visheshena and Bhutihi is glory. So you are the glorious one, or you are the source of all the endless glories we find in the Jagat. Bhutihi. Then Vishokaha. Vishokaha, here the V stands for Vina. Vina Shokaha. So Bhagavan is praised as the one who is free from sorrow. See, Shokaha is different from Dukkham. Dukkham means pain. You know, the pain of a fracture, pain of a headache, pain of muscle pain will be there. Because the body, mind, sense complex, like put together as a machine, is going to, show wear and tear in this way. But Shoka happens where? In the mind. Emotional, psychological pain. Dwelling upon the pain again and again repeatedly, and having anxiety about the future or regrets about the past. That is all clubbed together as Shoka. But Bhagavan is Vishokaha, free from sorrow. Why? Because Asanga Atma. So Bhagavan is, first of all, not having a upadhi. The upadhi to limit the Chaitanya. And the second reason is ever Vijitatma, mastered the senses, and there is no emotional dependence. Swatantra, the one who is. So that is why it is said Paratantram. Whenever we are emotionally dependent on any person, anything, it can be a habit, it can be an object, it can be a person, a relationship, then we see that there is a probability of getting sorrow because of the emotional dependence, not physical dependence. Physically, we may depend, on people for many things. We need a house, we need some company, we need food, clothing. Physical dependence is there, but here, Shoka is resulting from the emotional crutches dependence. So, but Bhagavan is Vishoka, praised. And because Bhagavan is Vishokaha, look at the next nama, which is Shoka Nashanaha. So the one who is free from sorrow only can destroy the sorrow for us. So Bhagavan is praised as Shoka Nashanaha, destroyer of all sorrow. And how can one become free from sorrow? By understanding who is Bhagavan, where is Bhagavan, what is the nature of Bhagavan. Yeah, when we chant the names of Bhagavan, like in any Parayanam, when we do a puja, we become free from sorrow temporarily. Yeah? We get a relief, and that punyam makes us, enjoy the drishta phalam as calm and, peaceful. But again, some other incident comes up, and again we are having some anxiety. So, here it is understanding. That is only this Vedanta knowledge, and that will put an end permanently to sorrow. That's why Bhagavan has said in the Gita, Yomam pashyati sarvatra sarvam chamai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sachame na pranashyati. So that devotee who truly understands me as the Nirdosham Samam Brahma in everything, perceives me in everything, I am never away from that devotee, and that devotee is also never away from me. So that is the message of the jnanam, role of the jnanam, to remove the sorrow from root. Ashochanan vashochastam prajna vadanscha bhashase. Panditaha na shochanti. So the jnanis and of course Bhagavan are vishokas, free from sorrow. So that is the 67th shloka that we just saw. Let's review that again. उदीर्णः सर्वतश्चक्षुरणीश शाश्वतस्थिरः भूषयो भूषणो भूतिर्विशोकः शोकनाशनः. Now coming to 68. अर्चिष्मानर्चितः कुम्भो विशुद्धात्मा विशोधनः. अर्चिष्मानर्चितः कुम्भो विशुद्धात्मा विशोधनः. अनिरुद्धो प्रतिरथः प्रद्युम्नोमितविक्रमः. अनिरुद्धो प्रतिरथः प्रद्युम्नोमितविक्रमः. I think you all know that S symbol, no? S symbol which we come across stands for the elided or dropped A. So when we break the Sandhis, we have to put the A back like this. Archishman is one word. Architaha, Kumbhaha, Vishuddhatma, Vishodhanaha, Aniruddhaha, and now Apratirataha. Then Pradyumnaha, and again Amita Vikramaha. So this A is called Nanj in Sanskritam, that is negation. No? When what follows is negated, often it will begin with a. So here we have the first nama as Archishman. No? Archi means a ray of light. And man, you know, is Matup Pratyaya, is belonging to or having. No? Like Buddhiman, Buddhi Asya Sthiti Buddhiman. So Archishman is the one who has these effulgent rays. Who is the Jyotisham Jyoti? And we just saw that Jyotir Ganeshwaraha, the one effulgent one with rays that illumines all the luminaries, whether they are in externally present or internally as the mind and prana and the sense organs. Tamaiva bhantam sarvamidam vibhati. Then architaha. You know, architaha comes from the dhatu arch. Arch means to do puja, archana. No, archana is a popular nama for a girl. So architaha is you who are worshipped. Yeah, archita. Now, how do we worship Bhagavan? The various ways: kaika, vachika, manasika. So physical, you know, pujas. When we do pradakshina, when we go on a yatra, when we collect flowers and prepare naivedyam, it is all, you know, kaika archana. Then there is vachika archana, Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, Parayanam, Japam, praising the Lord is also archana. Then manasika, you know, that Atma Puja which Shankara has talked about, Adi Shankaracharya, Atmanam, you know, you are the Atma, Atma Tvam Girijamatihi. So in the puja room of my mind, I can do a puja. Most economical puja. No, hardly costs us anything. But who is eligible to do that? Only the Nishkama Bhakta. The one who has given up the desire for Artha and Kama can afford to invoke the Lord in the mind. But Sakama Bhaktas, they will get punyam only when they spend time, effort, money and collect the dravyas and actually do a puja. Yeah? And again in chapter 18 of the Gita, Bhagavan has said the greatest puja is Swakarmana Tamabhyarcha Siddhim Vindati Manava. The one who offers his or her karma, that situation, you know, in which you are, if you can offer that, what more will I want? So, Archana is, you are the one who are worshipped in so many different ways as the stage of life. Then we have Kumbhaha. Kumbhaha, you know, is a pot. Yeah, Kumbha. And there is a song we saw earlier, no? How the body is a pot, Kumbha, and Bhagwan is Kumbhakara, is the maker of the pot. Yeah. So the maker and the material is Bhagwan. But here, Kumbha Acharya gives the name of, just as a Kumbha contains something, water or whatever, inside. So Bhagavan contains the entire Srishti in his womb, the womb of Mother Nature, Parashakti, yeah? The Karana Avastha. That is the meaning Acharya takes here for Kumbha. Then Vishuddhatma. Vishuddhatma is simple nama. Vishuddha Atma Yasya Saha. So the one whose nature is very pure and auspicious. We already saw that in the very first nama, no? Nivrittatma Anivarti. Because Bhagavan is the perfect embodiment of dharma, so there is no impurity. Why? Because Bhagavan is Mayavin. The entire Triganatmika Maya belongs to Bhagavan. Then how can the gunas affect Bhagavan? Cannot. So Vishuddhatma. Whereas you see anything created in the Jagat, my body, mind, any being, sentient or insentient, the Jagat will be governed by the three gunas. So even the most sattvic person will have traces of Rajas and Tamas. And the greatest, Asura in the Jagat will have some trace of Sattva. Yeah. And hence also there is a possibility of growth and improvement for all. But Bhagavan is Vishuddhatma. Bhagavan never deviates from dharma and has that purity in absolute measure. Then we have Vishodhanaha. And because Bhagavan is absolutely pure, he can purify. Vishodhanaha is the one who purifies. Yeah? Purifies Smriti Matrena, just by remembering the namas. Remember how Ratnakara purified himself by Rama, 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 became the great Adikavi, Valmiki. So that was a great punyam. So Vishodhanaha is every time we dedicate anything to Bhagavan, remember Bhagavan, then we are bringing more Ishvara into one's life, and I, the Jivatma or Ahankara, takes the back seat. No? And then that brings about the magic, the purity. So Vishodhanaha. Then Aniruddhaha. All these are very important names for Bhagavan. No? Vasudevaha, Aniruddha, Pratyumnaha. So Aniruddhaha Acharya explains as the one who is never obstructed. Yeah. Aniruddhaha, never obstructed means ever victorious. So whether as an avatara, Bhagavan is killing some demons or some rakshasas, ever victorious, mission accomplished. Yeah. So an important nama here. Then Aprathi Rathaha. Prathirataha means an opponent, no? Opponent or a challenge, an adversary. So Aprathirataha means the one who has no opponents, no adversaries. How is that possible? Because Bhagavan is Nirdosham Samam Brahma. Is Bhagavan not equally present in all? Whether somebody is endowed with Devi Sampat or Asuri Sampat, Bhagavan is equally abiding in all. Whether sentient, insentient, sinner, saint, yeah, in all. And so, that is pointed out here that Bhagavan really has no favorites, no enemies, and simply lighting up the mind. If there is Asuri Sampat in the mind, Bhagavan lights up that. If there is Devi Sampat, that will be lighted up. Bhagavan will not interfere. Atma simply is the Sakshi Rupena, observing everything. So that is Apratirataha. So when there is such a non-interfering, simply witnessing awareness, will have no opponents. So Apratirataha. Little Vedantic here, meaning is here. Then we have Pradyumnaha. Pradyumna is a famous, manifestation of Bhagavan, and also means the one with abundant wealth. Pradyumna. Then the last nama is Amita Vikramaha. The one with Amita is unmatched, immeasurable. And Vikramaha is strength, prowess. So the one who has immeasurable strength. So these are the namas in 68. Archishmanarchita kumbho vishuddhatma vishodanaha Aniruddho pratiratha pradyumno mita vikramaha. Let's just chant all these namas one time and see if you can connect with the meaning of each of the namas. Anivarti nivrittatma sankshepta kshema krichivaha Srivatsavaksha Srivasa Sripati Srimatambaraha Sridhar Shrisha Srinivasa Srinidhi Shri Vibhavanaha Sridhara Shrikara Shreya Shriman Lokatrayashrayaha Sakshasvangashatanando Nandir Jyotirganeshwaraha Vijitatma Vidheyatma Satkirtischinna Samshayaha Udirna Sarvataschakshuranisha Shashvatasthiraha Bhushayo Bhushano Bhutir Vishokashokanashanaha Archishma Narchita Kumbho Vishuddhatma Vishodhanaha Aniruddho Pratirata Pradyumno Mita Vikramaha. Even if we chant all these names, then it is a great purification of the subtle body, the mind. And we know that all the problems, even today, even scientists are saying that all these diseases and ailments, they're all psychosomatic. So a wonderful way is to, chant more of these verses, shlokas, mantras of the Upanishads. Make it a daily routine, Some people, some Mahatmas, if nothing at all, they will chant the Sanskrit Varnamala from to her and backwards maybe also. Vowels, consonants. Because these are all cosmic sounds. And then any blockages anywhere in the chakras or the subtle nerve canals, they are purified by these laser-like sounds. And so this is a great gift that we have in our culture of Parayanam. Okay, then let us end then with the Swasti mantras. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahishaha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyaha Prithvi Sastyashalini Deshoyam Shobharahitaha Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaha Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor Ma Amritangamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om